Welcome back to the Ultimate 180, where we flip what you think you know upside down so you can finally make lasting change and create a life you actually love. In today's episode, we are doing something really special and a little bit different. I'm actually going to read a children's book I wrote years ago, but I promise you, it's not just for children. In fact, every parent who has read this has said the same thing to me. They've said, this should be required reading for every adult in the world. And so this little story, it follows a girl named Joy, and she has this encounter with a classmate that's struggling with something that we have all felt before. In fact, you might be feeling it right now. It's what she calls the void. It's simple, it's powerful, it's packed with truth that most of us forget in our busy grown-up lives. You are not going to want to miss this. So let's get started as we navigate change together, 1 degree at a time. Let's do this. Hey, it's Christina Walker, and thanks for joining me today for the Ultimate 180 for this very, very, very special episode. Before I begin, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, or other podcast app, that's great. And make sure you hit that follow button. But you may also want to watch this episode on ultimate180.com or YouTube so that you can see the visuals, because as I read the book aloud, I'm going to have all the pages up. So hit that subscribe button when you're there, as it helps other people who need to find this channel find it too. And if you'd like to own your own copy of this book or want to gift this to a child or a fellow adult who needs it, you'll find the Amazon purchase links in the show notes. So wherever you are at right now, settle in, breathe, let yourself be still, because this story might just reconnect you with the joy you've been missing. Here we go. Joy is a girl who loves to laugh. She loves to hug her stuffed giraffe. She loves to twirl and do what feels fun. Joy is a girl that's bright as the sun. Joy goes to school as most kids do. She eats her breakfast and ties her shoe. She brushes her teeth and admires her smile and puts on her clothes in her normal Joy style. As she heads to the door to pack up for the day, her dad gives her hugs in the perfect dad way. Her mom smiles and helps her finish to get ready, as Joy sneaks one more hug from her favorite teddy. Off to school, she skips to the car, singing a tune like a Broadway star. She buckles in safe as she plans her good day. She's already smiling as they leave the driveway. Just as the car pulls into the school, as always, Mom repeats their family rule. Be kind to others and do what feels fun. Send loving thoughts out to each and every one. Joy gives her a kiss and promises to send out love and enjoy her day through. She smiles and she waves as she walks up the step, her heart filled with love in her usual pep. But today was an unusual day, as it started with a new girl whose name was Lynae. Joy was excited and ran to say hi, but Lynae frowned, backed away, and started to cry. The new girl seemed frightened, sad, and annoyed. Lynae was filled with what Joy called the void. The void was a space in your heart filled with fears. It can make you feel yucky, act out, or have tears. So immediately Joy knew just what to do. She let Lynae be and grabbed her best crew. Her friends gathered round and then sat in a row. They calmed all their thoughts and breathed nice and slow. Each girl filled her mind with thoughts of white light. They focused on happiness and things that were right. Joy started to speak as she filled herself full, and they sent all their love to the new girl at school. They smiled at the end and gave each a hug and danced off to class and sat on the rug. Joy sat with a smile and continued her day, and a day filled with fun in her normal Joy way. Joy let Lynae be without judging or pain, because if she did, there'd be nothing to gain. Joy stayed in her happy and joyful place. She just sent her love with a smile on her face. That day, Lynae sat alone with her anger and fear. She even lashed out at those who came near, for the void was quite strong, and the sadness grew. So strong that it was tempting to act that way too. If Joy were to break down and take on her pain, she might become sad or start acting insane. But instead, Joy stayed calm and steady and clear and sent Lynae love whenever she was near. By the end of the day, like a shift in the air, Joy saw Lynae smile and push back her hair. Lynae laughed at a joke and stopped pushing in line. Things were right in the world and all felt just fine. Lynae never knew what Joy and her friends did that day to help her escape the void that got in the way. It isn't important who sends love to where. It's only important that there's love in the air. You may feel like Joy or more like Lynae. You know that it's your choice how you spend your day. When you feel quite grumpy, sad, or annoyed, fill your heart with love to get rid of the void. For the void can sneak in and make you feel at wit's end, but the secret's within you to help you and your friends. Try sending love to all people, each girl and each boy, for your life will feel free, in control, and with joy. Remember the words of Joy's sweet family. It will help you and help others live happy and free. Be kind to others and do what feels fun. Send loving thoughts out to each and every one. So let's talk about what that really was. You heard a children's story, but I'm hoping that you felt something deeper because we've all been Joy and we've all been Lynae. And you've known the light and you've battled the void, and you might be battling that void right now. If you turn on the TV, the world seems to be battling it right now. So the book reminds us that you always have a choice in how you respond, even to pain. Because love is so much more powerful than we even understand. And even when it's quiet, right? Love can be quiet. Love can be in the background. And love permeates just like music does. It permeates through the air. And most people don't realize that. But when you feel love, right? You can tell when somebody's in love, right? When you're around them, you're like, whoa, like it's almost like you feel it radiating at you, right? It's the sense of love. And we have so much impact on those around us. And we have a choice of whether or not we can choose joy. And joy is a practice. It's a state of being. If you heard my last episode 46, we talked a little bit about happiness and the difference between happiness and joy. And in fact, next episode, I'll dive into that a little bit deeper. But it's not a personality trait. It's not the fleeting emotion of happiness. Joy is a state. And no matter what age, your energy affects the world around you more than you know. So this isn't just a story. This is a global reminder that we can choose joy and we can affect those around us by sending love. Instead of, if somebody's upset and you want to avoid them, it's okay to avoid them. But instead of saying, oh, they're in a bad mood today, or he's a real, you know what, maybe just say, you know what, wow, this person is in pain. So I'm going to remove myself from the situation and I'm going to send them love. And it is powerful. So if you'd like to step into the state of joy, just a couple of tips, because you don't have to fix everything. Right? Sometimes we feel like, especially when it's in our family or our friends, like we have to fix it when they're not feeling happy, when they're not leading a joyful life. We feel like we need to fix it. But there's very little we can do much of the time to fix it. So if you start with anything, just send them love. Feel it in your heart. Send them love, like it encompasses them, like it or surrounds them like a hug. Send them love. Because sometimes your job isn't to solve. It's to stay centered, just like Joy did. She stayed centered. And it's just like you can. You can do that too. In the moment, in the chaos, you can stay and be the center and be the joy. And you know what? feel free to use that mantra, their Joy's family mantra. Use it in your life. Do you remember what it said? I'll read it. It says, be kind to others and do what feels fun. Send loving thoughts out to each and every one. Put it on your mirror. Like, say it in the car before you go into somewhere that you're not really feeling joyful. Make it your new morning mantra. The more we can shift the energy of people around us, people in the world, this is going to be a much better place. It's going to be much more enjoyable for you. Outgrow joy. We just forget it. We disconnect from it. But it's still there waiting for you to notice, to choose, and to live from it again. I may have intended this story for kids when I wrote it, but it's also written for that part of you that's ready to lead from peace in your life, from play, from presence. That's what real change is about. It's not pushing harder, but coming home to who you've always been. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. Join me next week when I share my number one reason to stop chasing happiness if you want to have a life you truly love. And remember to hit that follow button, that subscribe button, tag me with your biggest takeaway. And if you want to dive deeper, then let's discover what's ultimately possible for you. Grab that free workbook, join my VIP group, either at Ultimate 180 or the links below. You'll find all my episodes there on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your shows.